Hey, yeah, yeah, here we are again, part two of the uh unofficial Star demo to in-house to Max and will be made public soon. But it's an informal demo of a work in progress Star. It's a pre-alpha build preview. That's my disclaimer. So there will be bugs, things will break, things will crash, but hopefully most of it will work. So yeah, but it's pretty. Some parts are pretty polished. It's just hard to diagnose and debug millions of lines of code on your own. So that's the reason why I'm showing it now. But I hope it's going to encourage devs to jump in and help and get more funding so they can finally build up a team because people show things way in an earlier state than Star is. So and they get help. So yeah, that's why I'm showing it. Oh yeah, so I'll start with share my screen. But I'm sharing my screen yet. So that's my disclaimer out the way. Uh, the, yeah, let's see, share screen. So yeah,
Oh, hey,
see my screen?
one thing, bro, before you do that, can you see I've just added Fathom. Can you add that too? Because that will make a transcription.
Who? Oh, note taker.
Yeah, can you just add that?
Oh, I don't know. Can we trust them? I
It's my note taker.
don't know. I don't know. It's AI. Not sure we can trust them. Okay. As long as you vetted them, you vetted them. So, I guess if I guess a friend of yours is a friend of mine. Is your friend, yeah?
Best friend.
Best friend. Oh, I should BFF.
Yeah.
You've got two best friends. Okay. As long as this is second best friend, right? I'm your first. I'll go your hot. Okay, so is it working now? Okay, so he's there, I think. Um, Bit a bit of competition, I guess. Yeah, so here we are again. I won't go, like I said, I won't go through everything for yesterday in such detail because we're going to clip together different videos. So this is going to be like a part of a new Star series, as I was saying offline, and so it's going to be weekly demos, weekly updates, weekly videos. Yeah, finally I can start showing the world. I want to kick it off on Solstice. 22nd today, so it's a good date. 22 is a good number. And first one, Sister in 21, Sunday, which is Star Day. So yeah, it was a good time to share it. I got to show it eventually. Just I had to take my developer hat off and put my manager hat on. So it's fine. I forced myself just to get something out there and get some sort of playing around with it. So yeah, I think I just restart it. Uh, yes, see it out. Uh, sorry, the zoom controls getting in the way. Uh, okay. My machine's going quite slow. Ah, there we go. It was working. So, yeah, so you see, this is how it loads up. Ignite and start, loads providers, register providers, fires up the hyperdrive, activates the default provider. It looks system account, and then yeah, that's all the versions. I went for this yesterday, so and people can play around with itself. You can pause it, and then it checks if the Omniverse is already created. And if it is, it initializes it. And if it's not, it create a new one. And this is basically on. I didn't. Yeah. So today I'm going to talk about bits I didn't talk about yesterday. So you got well, it's too much to go through. But Oasis Omniverse has it's like the Oasis uh, metaverse basically. It's different to open source. Say spiritual metaverse, but it's more than that. It's everything. Disclosure, in social bodies, social spaces. And inside the social body, you have multiverses. I think I talked about it yesterday in the video. Like every app gets its own multiverse, and the two system multiverses called Magicverse, which is what OAPP's generated, and there's the one simulation, which is the simulation of the actual multiverse, which is an accurate representation of it. And then you've got essential bodies, creates a default planet, our world, default star, soul, planet, superstar, center of the galaxy, one superstar, center of the universe, and great one superstar, only one of these, and that's center of the omniverse. That's like Godhead, source, spirit, we can call it. So we're logging anyway. So that's a little overhead, little overview. And then yeah, you have common, a level. I showed you yesterday the avatar stuff, right? So we'll do that again. Or I don't know. But yeah, you can do stuff like the avatar, edit, boost me. But I won't go through it in detail. And then I'll show it's me, detail stuff, gene keys, human design, spells, skills, attributes, chakra, there's just stuff you can play around with. And then sword, the help stay. So yeah, I won't go through all this again to take too long. But if you type helpful, you get the full command. I'll show it states is helpful. Help, help is every single so I've got to zoom out because so many. That's every single command that's available. That's actually more than that now because a lot of them have been added. But you can look at these yourself from time. But you can see there's a lot. 500 or 600 commands, probably more now. So basically, this is the back end to OASIS and our world. It's huge. This is the whole Web4 OASIS API and the Web5 STAR API. Back into it. So you can see all the main sub commands. You can't see my finger, but yeah, you can see all the sub commands and sub commands. OAPP, this is OAPP, but you've got OAPP template, that's another sub command, another submenu. So we're going to go into that now. And runtimes, libs, bodies, spaces, zones, hold-ons, chapters, missions, quests, NFTs, collections, GNTs, GNT collections. And each of those have got Web 4, Web 3, and Web 5 versions. So it's massive. This is why it's millions of lines of code. The Entity Manager alone is over 5,000 lines. So things about 15,000 lines of code is just NFTs. Eventual items, plugin systems, Cs, maps, ONet, ONO, Hypernet, then tests and config management. So yeah, that's a very quick fly through. You get the capability to start, does a lot. Now you see why it's taken me years, years and years to build this. And it's been on my own with some serious personal hard challenges. So you've got OAPP, and the things you'll do OAPPs, and then OAPP template, then template, that's sub commands. You see, it's all similar commands because these are all standard StarNet commands. But some have extra bits, like you saw in OAPP has publish.net. So when you publish, it's the same. Have you already built it basically? Have you already published it in .NET? And so basically, Star can might publish it for you using the .NET command lines, or it just takes it as is. And but it supports more than just .NET, supports many things. So it's very generic. And when you list things, you can list all versions. Otherwise, default, it just lists the current version. And if you emit for all avatars, it'll just show it only for your avatar. So that's basically simple. And also this to show if you put detailed, you get extra information like the dependencies. Because you'll see in a minute, it shows you so it shows you basically how many there is. Yes. Yeah, it shows you like how many. See the number 2 runtimes. That's you saw yesterday. That's the star. I know this is runtime. Everything has that as dependency. Everything is well. OAPP and other templates need runtimes, obviously. Races and stuff runtimes. But if you do detailed, then when I haven't tested this for a long time, this still work. I hope it still works. Oh yeah. So now you see runtimes, see the OASIS on start runtime in the version and where it's installed and where it got installed to. So you can see that this thing. So oh yeah, you can see the highlight. Yeah, you can see it's installed here, and then it installed it from. That's where the runtime is installed, and then it got installed into the template source when we created the sample template.
Mm.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, I've got a
Ethics.
question
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, sure.
I got
I'm whizzing through so fast.
so
Yeah,
yeah, no, no, just going back down to that dependencies section. So we got
yeah,
runtimes. We've already got two runtimes there, but you also have down there you have libs, templates, holons, zomes, and celestial spaces. So
yeah,
what that means is that there could there could conceivably be OAPPs that are reliant on other OAPPs that have already been created that it's pulling data from those
yeah,
those. So that's
yeah,
the interoperability that we're talking about, right?
yeah. Everything's Lego bricks. Everything can be plugged into anything else. Everything's fully interoperable. These are all under the hood. These are all StarNet holons. They're called StarNet holons. Right at the low level, OASIS is holon, which everything's a holon. That's Web 4 technology. And then Star is Web 5 built on top of the OASIS API. And then that a Star holon wraps around, no, StarNet holon wraps around a holon. And the StarNet holon has all these capabilities, it's version control, the plug in together any of these. And you see in a minute, everything has a StarNet DNA. Which be in I don't know where I've got I've got four. Look at my versions of Oasis I've got now on my machine. I'm working on so many different things and branches in parallel. It starts getting a bit of a head F to manage it all. The starter is massive. Uh, so yeah, so when we publish up and release it, you'll get this. This is what Star will look like on the machine when you install it. This folder. That's why I've got release version. It's actually version 333 now, but so that's the actual. This is the OASIS the Star runtime. Getting the fuck of that. That's the actual, the DLLs, and in there the Star XE. But I want to show you StarNet. I saw this yesterday. So they're all the things you just saw, and every single one has the same format. So source is just so source is when you're working on it. When you publish it, it gets published into in here, and then when you install it, it there, and then download it.
So
Basically, it zips it up, it compresses it.
so with
I don't
this,
know where. Oh,
does this have the
yeah,
effect of it's basically an app store?
yeah. App Store, Asset Store, everything. It's many things in one. It's like Johnny said, AI said, like Oasis is like multiple systems and platforms and ideas incorporated together. It's oh god, I've got flies. I love this new place, but it's in the jungle, and it's a problem. It's like I get bugs in the house inside. I hate bugs. So it's a bit annoying. Oh, now I've got a fly in here, so it's distracting me. Fuck off. So, maybe I've got to close the windows. 1 second. I'm just gonna close. So pause this second. Hang on.
Sure.
Is that too dark or I don't know. Is it better
Don't worry
light
about
on,
it. I
right?
mean,
Can't hear me. So it's better
it's
light
probably a
on or
bit
off.
it's probably a bit better on.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get with the flying. You see that big thing flying around? Annoying. I told the angels to protect it. no interruptions. That clues fucking insects. See my head in, bro. I was sorry, but well, I really get it triggers me, bro. But I just want to be left alone. And I love Mexico, but the problem with Mexico is all the bugs. It's too many of them. Maybe maybe it's the bugs in my code. I don't know. No, no, I got anyway. Yeah, sorry. I'll carry on now. Right, I'll resume recording. Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry. What is? Yeah. Say it again. Repeat it. Yeah. What was you saying?
Yeah, so I was asking with StarNet because what I saw there is that you've got source, but then it actually allows you to publish as well. So there's four different steps, and really what I'm asking is StarNet an app store? So it's literally a new
Oh,
type of app store.
yes. Everything. Oh, yeah. I was saying yes. Everything app asset store is multiple platforms. Type free version control systems. Like Oasis has um like a kind of Web3 blockchain inspired version control system, like chain, like a version, a previous version that it points to a hash, an ID, and it's like a chain. But it all runs on a Holonic a basebook version control Holonic graph, a Holonic chain graph. It's a whole new thing I invented. The reason I had like many white papers on this one day. Um, and that's version four. That's Web four. Web five has um, two other version control systems on top of that. Um, you saw like here. Uh, where is it? Where, oh yeah, this is a bit more. Yeah, I forgot. OAPP has a custom has different readouts for the other ones. It should be in. Oh, this is. Wait a minute. It should, here. Yeah. So this is the Web five. The Web four version. I did show this used to have I think you put detail you can maybe an option you can enable it, and you have the Web four version. It's called a Holonic, but it's confusing though because that's if it's two more, then it's like five versions plus all these versions. I don't want to overwhelm people, so I just confirm this version is what you see like major minor division, like and you get and this one's like a sequence. So this is like version like one of one, no, oh yeah, it's not published yet. So that's why it's not published yet. So this is version one on your machine, but when you publish it, that will go one, one, and then it'll be one, two, then version two, version one of two, version four, five. See what I mean? That's like the version you're on. That's how many versions there are, and that's like the major minor division. Make sense?
Yeah.
Kind of. You see, as you start using
Yeah,
it,
no,
you
no. I
understand it
think
more.
look, I think that the point that I think is incredibly powerful here is this is an entirely new way of publishing applications. Like, and
Yeah.
because it's also got the karma score, it it will filter away bad actors. So it makes it very easy for you to publish an app. You don't have to worry about whatever chain it's on. You can do Web 2, Web 3, publish it directly here, and then it will filter out the bad ones and ensure that the good ones are the most discoverable. So that way, because we were talking about this, um, like how to get away from gatekeepers. So having Android or Apple Store being the gatekeepers for applications, and it's really hard to get an app published. And this is an easier way to do it. I think that's really important point.
Um, yeah, and it's so much that I like it because you think about things more like use cases, so that's like the higher level thinking. I'm like really deep in the architecture, it's why generic architecture can enable anything to do. But you see, there's so much in here. There's so much to go through. like all StarNet holons have the same attributes, but OAPP special OAPP has many more properties, as you see. So this is like an OAPP generated from a template, but that could be generated. That could also say generate code. And it's a moon, so you can moon planets and stars, specificity, which is essential bodies. And then every generated from a template, it shows the template we use. So see if we use sample template, what version that was. See the version, that's version 2. Everything's installed. I'm not installed it yet, and if you create any tags, it'll show you the tags here as well. And then if you and if you pull down someone else's session body metadata, remember it was created yesterday? The zones, holons, session bodies.
Yeah.
If you use someone else's rather than creating your own, it will have on StarNet. But you can download everything's a holon, even if your metadata is holon. So it holonizes everything. So even your data, your metadata can be created wrapped in a StarNet holon and then can be published to StarNet. This is how you can easily extend it. When you see the architecture, it's very cool. Anyone can plug into StarNet. You can install anything in the world in StarNet. Anything. It's a super universal open generic system. As you see the power of it, everything's treated as a StarNet holon. So even your data is a StarNet holon. And this is here. So if you pull someone else's data down, you'll have the ID, the name, description, the version used, and when you installed it. But we generated our own one, see, and we generated it. That's where it puts it. OAPP metadata, and then some city name. This one I was testing, and then this is where source code for OAPP is, and if you published it, you have the published data here and file size. Whether you publish the cloud, the StarNet, what provider you put it on, launch target, that's a startup script or XE. And then, I'll quickly go through this as well later on in more detail, but briefly, I'll just say, did we talk about this last year? Remember self-contained full? Did we these ones? And I've got mine myself now, which I think self-contained. Self-contained has the OASIS runtime and the STAR runtime bundled into it. So that gives you a larger OAPP. So it's more storage costs for you and longer to upload and download. But the advantage is it's more self-contained. So people can install it on any device and not worry about having to install the runtimes or any dependencies. It'll just run like self-sufficient, in an isolated like sandbox kind of thing. And but you still need the .NET runtime on the machine. You still need to have to run .NET. But self-contained full is the same as above, but the .NET runtime as well. That's fully like you can learn anything, Linux, Macs, any device, it'll just run. But that is even bigger. But it has a .NET runtime bundled into it. And when you publish, you can choose like you can choose like a combination of one or all of them. So you can say this one, or just this and this. And you can publish the other mode is you can publish just the source code. And the source code is the smallest upload and download, smallest storage cost. And then it makes your code available as well. So people can see the code open source. You want open source basically your OAPP. You say source code, and then people can then download the source code and then STAR can build the source code dynamically in runtime, and then pull down dependencies. You know, like NuGet works and .NET and other like things work. You know, when you pull down the source projects in Rust, pulls down all the crates and things you need and compiles and builds in runtime, which is great. But the more that one you have more problems with dependencies missing, version control, versions not matching, and even though that's less of a problem with Star because it's just version control much better in other systems. It can roll back, roll forward, and everything runs in a sandbox isolated environment. If you see here, actually, I can show you kind of what I mean. I installed anything there. We install. Okay, I'll show you a bit in a minute. But when you install things, you'll see you'll have your OAPP, and then you'll have inside it dependencies, and then you have all the runtimes and files and OAPPs and NFTs and whatever it needs, and it all runs inside that folder, self-contained folder. Doesn't need anything else on the machine. So it means you can copy that folder anywhere and it'll just run like that. And then you can run you can have multiple versions. When you install, you see that you have the version number of it as well. I think maybe in here you might see it. Did I publish it? So that's the source. See dependencies, and then you have StarNet, and then runtimes, and then you've got this two runtimes. And when you publish it, it basically removes those dependencies depending on version you choose. You know, by default it'll strip the dependencies out and it'll just put in the DNA. You need to download it in the StarNet nodes to pull those dependencies back in again later on. So that's why it's teeny file, 7K. See, if I kept the dependencies in there, that'd be like megabytes, like don't know, like 100, 200 megabytes. But because it's just like the DNA, makes sense. And when you install it,
Yeah.
version 1.1.1. So you can basically you can have your versions, unlike other systems like Rust and Holochain and things that had with that, you can have like multiple versions running side by side. And you run them like you can roll back, roll forward, or like yeah, don't have this DLL hell anymore. So it makes sense. And because the whole StarNet is built around the file system, it has no dependencies on any system. So you know, I built in .NET. It doesn't need .NET to run. You know what I mean? It's like uh, that's why I have like the interop libraries developed now. So you can use libraries from anything. Python, Go, C++, Rust, anything, and you can make it fully interoperable. So I've got this new code that creates C# proxy classes, so you can call in other libraries. The whole point of OASIS is more algorithms and silos so you can like talk to each other. So I fed up all the different things that you know when you're using different things, you go, oh, we've got this library here and this library here, and I built my app. I chose this chain and this stack, and now it's not compatible with this one, and NFTs as well locked into this. Well, that's the thing in the past. OASIS, everything can talk to everything. It's like the Tower of Babylon. You can, it's like everything's interoperable on every level, right down to the data Holonet level, to the libraries, the NFTs, the tokens, everything, games, quests. Yeah, you really know all this, but I'm just saying for the listeners out there. Like, yeah, that's pretty powerful.
It's a big deal.
Um,
I mean, this is a huge, huge unlock.
and
That
it's a fucking big deal. When people understand what I built, they'll go, holy fuck, it's a game changer. It changes it. Like, but you're starting to see what I mean? Because I thought, what's the lowest common denominator? It's the file system, right? What's common with Linux, Macs, and Windows? What's the lowest file? Files and folders, right? That's a universal concept everywhere. You know, on your Android, on your Apple, what do you have? Files and folders, right? That's the lowest common denominator. So I thought, wow, how can I make everything interoperable with everything else? I built a whole system around the file system. So the whole StarNet runs on files and folders. Does that make sense? Um,
so
and in there, and DNA, so
is
it's all
files and
it's files and
folders
folders,
different from?
and the DNA. So all Star needs is the DNA. It reads the DNA, and then from that it can work out exactly what you know the dependencies. So, oh, okay, no apps, you need these two dependencies, and I'll get them here. See what I mean? And it says we've installed it, what store mode, what version, and metadata, and all the other versions it needs to run. And it does all these checks as well. So it makes sense. So it's very like efficient system. So what's your question? So,
Yeah, and I was going to say, you got so files and folders. Is that the same as holons and zones, or is that something different?
uh, different, like yeah, because holongs and zones are like their own thing. Holongs are like these are like well yeah, I have to explain. Everything in the Oasis is like a holon. So that everything NFTs, StarNet holons, every bit of data, quest, every type of object you create in the Oasis is a holon. Like I see the holon types is you know, like 100 holon types now I think, and zones are like I'll collect modules, like collection of holons. Like same as like I was spy with holochain from that. So the same thing in holochain. So I've always got to tip my hat. Always give credit. Let's do. Yeah, but also as well as that, like the holons you see in StarNet, these ones, these holons here, these are the holons are used to build your OAP. They're only used for your OAP. So these are holons that you can data objects. So people can create like customers, sales order, you know, anything, right? They're just a data object. or zone, and then they can plug it together like pick and mix, like Lego bricks into these into your wrap. So like yeah, that's another thing I have to talk about later on. It is complicated, but currently if I use OAPs and holons in here, I don't think it. Yeah, at the minute, I think in the future version they're going to appear here because I haven't time to do it. Yeah, you reminded me, I forgot about that. So even though your OAP, you generate your special body, which contains zones and holons, it doesn't store it in the DNA here because this DNA this dependencies graph came later. Like I built the local generator years ago, so I still have the upgrades in this. But basically, it just generates from here. So it goes C sharp, then here. These are dynamic generated zones and holons. So yesterday, we're pretty good for this again in a minute, but yeah, this is your. I think you saw it yesterday. Yeah, you remember yesterday? I think you saw yesterday the part one viewers watched part one to understand. This is that part two. These are the zones created yesterday. So when generating the zone, it inherits some zone max and create interfaces, and then it's the ID, everything stored in the OASIS, and then generates this proxy code. So you can load the holon. This is the holons. Do you remember we created the holons in zone yesterday? You was half asleep, but you kind of remember,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, of course. No, I do
These are
remember.
this is cosmic. This is the cosmic orm we're seeing. Load, save. Oh, I've got add delete. I'm not delete yet, so yeah, add delete. Yeah, I forgot to add that. Yeah, got load and save. The save is basically create and update. But yeah, I've got add delete. I never noticed that before. I've got delete. I never got that far before. That's really quick to add. I'll show you that as well in a second. Accessory zones and holons are like your data objects. So these are the holons we generate display. Uh, that's standard. Remember the fields we created? We created a string and a boolean, remember? And every OASIS
Yep.
just store. You've probably seen this when you're vibe coding, but this is a special tag that you need for OASIS to detect it. If you don't have that tag in it, OASIS will ignore it. So if you want to use your own storage system or you just want it for like your own logic of view and OASIS ignore it, then they don't put a tag on it. But by default, the tag is OASIS will serialize your data into the metadata and store it in a holon. But it's all automatic, so that's basically built in. Just a little side note. And you can create a singleton instance pattern. That's standard, like best practice kind of thing. And then interfaces are just like again best practice. Always create interfaces. Interfaces just like the methods. Just standard C sharpy stuff. So you hold on, and then your special body. Um, it's the moon, which is a high level, and that's super max moon created. The moon has the zones of holons inside it, and then oh yeah, so basically you saw the load and save holon in the zones. On your special body level, it generates load and save for everything. This is all the zones, all the holons in all the zones. Make sense? It's just helping maps basically. So you can work on just the zone level or the holon level or the special body. It's a hierarchy. You've got the zone, which is your moon, and inside there the two zones, and inside there your holons. So it's three levels, three circles inside each other. You can imagine, right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So that's
all right. I want to ask you a question now about actually how. So we got Holon zones and we've got celestial bodies. Um, but how do we actually build an app with this? Like, where does the code live?
uh, yeah. I think we generate again in a minute. This we tried, and I'll try again now. Just so you can see. So this is the code. So this is the OAP. This is what's created. So this is the source. So this is the Supermax OAP we created. This is what it looks like when generated. So you've got generated code, and you've got the C sharp code you just saw, and then you've got Rust. that's been split out now. So before, remember the history, what it was local generated for Rust for Holochain.
Yeah.
That's why it's
Mm,
still here. So it
mm.
generates C# code and Rust code. And the Rust code is but this is really old. Like this is like Holochain 2 years ago now, probably. But it's all based on templates, so it can easily be upgraded. All you need to do is update the templates for Rust or C#. So this is the same CRUD operations. So the holons you saw, this is the same holons you'll see. That read my holon, create holon, update my holon description, a holon free. I think there's more than that. Like I said, this code is really out of date, so I have to check it. Used to be a lot more. So basically, yeah. But that's just out now, like sort of update. Not on this version, but the version was still bug fixing 1,000 errors. It now generate for any platform, not just Rust. It generate for any like Solana or Ethereum. It generates smart contracts and the Solidity or whatever that platform or chain or whatever it is targets. So in here you'll have like Rust. So say you said, oh, well, when you build it in the wizard you saw yesterday, I'm going to add what target platforms do you want? C#, Holochain, Rust, Solana, Ethereum, and then it will create folders in here. You have folders in here, all the generated code for every version. You know what I mean? But this version is just yeah. So we can open this up if you want. It's just so you know, yesterday you had that error we had yesterday. Just so you know, it did generate it. It did. This is why,
Mhm.
yeah. I didn't realize it actually. It still created it. It's not an error. I don't know how to fix it, bug. I think it's just a
Yeah,
basic
sometimes
issue.
it
I,
kind of says it's an
I
error, but it still actually performs the task.
still created it. Yeah. So this is this is part two of this demo. We had to watch part one to understand views at home. What I'm talking about, but this is part two demo. So, Trevor, you're knackered. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Now, yeah, sorry. We're doing more
Yeah,
demos tomorrow
I
earlier.
say that yawning again.
Yeah, we're doing parts. That's why I said I did say that. That's why I thought Star Demo is never going to be one session. It's going to be split into multiple parts. So it's so much to go through. It's years and years to get through. But we just do it, little sessions, little clips, here and there. But at least I'm showing you now. I'm happy I'm finally showing and talking through. So this is a custom tag we put in. So remember and that's just a string tag. Yeah, it's a basic tag. And the other tag was this one. This is the actual hold on tag. Remember the sticky field? Remember? And we put in my test hold on custom tag. We put it like this there. Remember that? You probably have
Yeah,
seen it,
but
you might not
I
remember
don't
it.
understand. I still don't quite understand um like where the actual like the meat of the app will be generated. So I can see we put in custom tags in, but what I'm asking is like, look, let's say I want to build like I don't know, like a mobility app or something like that. Like, where does that actual logic live?
It makes all templates. So this is the console template. So right here, I'll show you the template for this. Uh, the template, it might make more sense. It's good this demo. That's why I'm doing this. You see why it's better to do you first, bro? Because this is all the shit. Like I'm just going through. Like there's so much to cover. Like I'm probably jumping into page like chapter 4, and you're still on chapter 1. So, so you have to bear with me because I'll probably jump into chapter 10, chapter 20. I'm on chapter 404, but I forget like you haven't even seen page 1 yet. Start.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, of course. Go get rid of the program, but yeah, I'm patient. I know you got to like start beginning. This is what we're doing the beta videos to figure this stuff out. And you can help with the sequencing and what put in the real demos. So this is the tag. So this is the tag, my custom tag.
Okay.
So this is a template.
Yeah.
So this is the answer. So this is just a very basic template for console. So have you created an app, a website, a service, a mobility app, or whatever, you create like a normal app. You just create a normal app, like raw your files and whatever, and then you put in your tags. So you go, oh, this is where I want people injecting their own strings, and then you go, oh, I want anybody to create like custom metadata, and then you do this, my custom hold on tag. See that? So
Yeah.
that's a template, and then I switch back to the other one, and then that's it. That's a tag replaced. See me? And that's more complex. That's the hold on, my super hold on instance of it, and then the field. See, and then my custom tag. It's just CMS. This is like a CMS system in a way as well. It's like a CMS system, you know, changing out tags. And like, welcome to the Supermax console. And the back of this, that's a built-in tag called OAPP name. So that's the name of your app name. And there's other reserved tags, which I'll show you. Yeah, what we here. Sorry, we'll jump around a little bit. This, the first time is going to be a bit a bit
Mm.
jumpy. So we're going to do a template create, and then you'll see the wizard. Probably saw a screenshot of this a while ago. So this might help explain. Start at the beginning. So I skipped past the step.
Okay.
That's probably why. So you can see that. So I explain about
Yeah.
you can create anything, website, anything you want can be in an app. And then any stack, any platform. And this has reserved tags. I got spell check, so I can't spell. I've got dyslexia. So those are things I've got. Still, those are things I've got to iron out. But this is the custom tag we just saw. So custom tag name. You can find custom hold on tags. People can map field properties nodes. It's fine your hold ons, and session body, metadata, which you saw earlier when created in the app. The tags could like as long as they contain like these tags. The my tag is valid. These are going to appear during the app creation, right? And then that the standard string tag, like so earlier my tag. These are like curly brackets. These are square brackets. Uh, yeah, these square ones, and then curly ones. See this one? This is like templates 101 we're doing now. This is the standard CMS stuff kind of thing. And here, like you got reserved tags at hole in one string property one. So you can create your own tags, and you've got the built-in ones. So you've got like, your OAPP name, and then you can reference the first hold on you created and the first string of that. See, hold on one, string property one. So these are reserved things. That's how you get hold of the hold on. That's how you get hold of the first hold on, the first property of the first hold on, and so on. So hold on one, string property two, string property three, or int property one. These all built in. Hold on two, you get what I mean? And zone one, zone two, in the zone, somebody here you see zone. This is examples of showing you how you use different tags. And the other code you're seeing, I go through, is showing you how to use the OASIS API. This is basically the data API. This is all powered, and you can see the examples, it's all commented. I haven't got time to read it all through, but people can pause the video, I guess. And when you play it, you can play it yourself now. It's all in the source code.
Yeah.
Star after this. Solstice now. Mission got the gates are now open to Star.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm
According to
extremely,
sealed.
extremely
Now
happy about that.
you and Johnny can play around with everything and feedback. Sorry it took so
Yeah.
long. It's ready months ago. If I'm honest, it's probably ready a year ago. But I just got nervous showing my baby to the world. Um, yeah, like here you see OAPP namespace and name, session body, name in the body, variable. Oh yeah, and you got things like this. You can so if you do create a session body, um, you can have a custom code. You can inject in any code you want between these tags, beginning and end. But if you generate just the code only, then this won't get rendered. But if you do zones and holons only, then this code will execute if you do generate code only. You see what I mean? It's a very flexible system. And then this is what she's showing you: zone one, holon C, and so on, so on. Make sense?
Yep.
So yeah, I know you've got a lot to digest. I know I'm going through a lot, but yeah, and this is all standard stuff. This stuff here, that's how everything in StarNet works. the publishing, and then creates a dot o something, ONFT, OAPP, OAPP template, OCrest, O eventual item, so on. Everything's O, everything erases O. And then you can share that file, and anyone can have it on any platform OS, and install it, OAPP template install, or you can choose to you can upload it to StarNet, or you can just generate the OAPP template file, and then you can put it on a thumb drive and take it to your mate's house, same OAPPs, and then they can just install it into your local running StarNet or Star. So everything can work offline and online. So what I'm saying basically, you use StarNet, which is like a peer-to-peer cloud, I guess you could call it, and or you can just work on local files. It's basically the whole system, everything you see is flexible. Nothing forces you to work in certain ways. I try to make it as universal and generic and expandable and scalable as possible. This is why it took so fucking long to build. Trying to make builds think super generic and super interoperable. Do you know how long that takes? Just to try to cater for infinite use cases, infinite platforms. Like everyone else says, you need to zoom, you need to focus in on just one niche market, on one slice of just this stack or this target audience. And like, no, everyone, infinite. I want it for everything to do everything for everyone on everything. that was my design brief I gave myself. And boy, I think a bit of more than I could chew. Well, no, I can handle it, but it just takes years and 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 years. And then don't get me started on how many bugs it takes to fix. This is why you saw fixing my NFTs is taking me weeks just to fix a bug because debugging millions of lines of code and just trying to set up the test environment and the test data. It just goes on and on. It just gets so
So
much
do you
now.
think do you think we can have a look at that now? Because I'd really like to see an NFT get
Ow, ow, ow,
minted.
ow. But yeah, I guess in 10 minutes, I just want to finish OAP. I just want to show you a little bit more of the OAP stuff. The moon is important. And then I'm nearly finished the moon. Yeah, and then but that makes sense. Does it makes sense how it works? The templates, and then gonna dart around a lot, but I think I covered most of this. Oh yeah, this is what I was going to show you. So basically, you see how you boot the races here, and then you got DNA that boots up, and you point it to any DNA you like, and it generates DNA here. You got race DNA, and it has a built-in one. Um, and then here you've got I won't go for a whole DNA because it takes ages. Um, but basically, you've got this is the hyperdriver thing. This is hyperdrive version 2. Have you seen this yet? I don't know if you've seen this. And then you've got ordering providers and the config ordering providers and storage providers. And then this is auto payloader, auto replication, auto load balance. It automatically go through this. But I think we talked about this before in other videos, right? So let me go into that again now. Basically, if a node goes down the local area, it automatically find the next fastest provider, um, independent network or platform. And it supports a lot more than this. This is old. It's like 50 providers now, actually. And auto load balance and auto further, yeah. Just security stuff. That's just my internal things. And then starting at DNA. This might interest you briefly. So this is like the old StarNet. Like now things been split out. There's still got Rust templates in here, but the new version is not going to have Rust templates in here anymore. They're going to live in the Hollow OASIS provider, but they're specific to only Holochain and Rust. So it shouldn't be in the base Star config anymore. But yeah, this is where you saw the releases and everything's a template. So you can see these templates. So everything can be changed. All the templates. So that's something that took a long time, bro. Nothing's hard coded. Every single bit of a generated code is templates. Like it chops together different bits of templates. It's a very powerful templating engine. So you've got like the zone template, the hold on template, and then you've got the same for C# and Rust, the libs and validation, create, read, update, delete, interfaces, hold on zones, special bodies, loads and save, type, int string, booleans, So loads of stuff in there, and then these are the default. It's already booting up. So your default superstar and star planets and things, and they go here. These are IDs. So it doesn't find these IDs that generate new ones. And then this is the base where StarNet goes, and then this is like the OAPP. You saw the file structure earlier, the folders. You recognize this? Source, publish, download, install. So even that's configurable. So if you don't like my suggestion, you can put it, install it wherever you want, call it what you want. Again, everything's fully configurable. I got a bit OCD, as you can see. Everything else kind of forces you to, but I recommend not messing with this. But you can if you want. If you want to store things, say you want to put OAPs in one drive and your templates in another drive and store your download and publish and your source files in different partitions, you can. Star doesn't care. You just update the DNA to point to the right places. See, it's very flexible. And then yeah, that for every single item you can see them here, NFTs and zones, holons. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the DNAs. And then dependencies is, yeah, you saw that earlier. That's the runtimes. And then let's see if it works, shall we? This is what I want to see. I don't know. Cross your fingers and hold your breath. I haven't tested this, but it was working before. So this is the OAPP generate yesterday. It did work. It's just some stupid gremlin snuck into my machine. But it was lying. It was working really. And this is it boots up the OASIS run drive, runtime, just like the thing, like that stuff. And then boots up, and it should do, yeah. So it's pretty quick, right?
Mm.
That loading the save holons, like, so like quick instant. See, the OASIS is fast as well, bro. It's optimized. So, yeah, you see, load hold on, and you can look at the code. You and Johnny can look at the code for this. Then you understand how to use it. This is good, bro. This is why I did this. So this is a good example of how to use data drive, all the options and things, and load and do child holons. This is the holons we had, and saving, different ways of doing it. And I just briefly touch on that. So here, we load from the zone. See the zone there, and you load it here. That's COSMIC ORM. So you load the OS, and that is, oh yeah, let's go to the actual code. So you didn't need to worry about the actual code. Yeah, got default bar on the code. So you can load, save on your zone, on the holon, social body, and then you get back the different results, and then separate fields. It's just standard quad stuff that load. And the zone, you can load its child holons, and then you can create a new holon, sets and properties, and then you save, and you can save that. That's generated code you saw on the zone, and so on and so forth. And then you can use the global holon scaler, and that's like that's a data API basically. So you can do it this way as well. This is how OASIS terminal works. Generate ones. But I don't know. I know another time I go through this in more detail. I think, right? I get more detail. There's quite a lot to get through. But it makes sense roughly, sort of.
Yep.
But there's many options. It's going to be very flexible. It's just showing you many different ways of loading and saving, and it's all commented and like, yeah, quite diverse, as you can see. Okay, so that's that. And do you want to see generation again, or should I show you NFTs first and then come back to this after NFTs?
I'd love to see NFTs, and then we can close it up by going back to generation.
Uh, okay, yeah, there's so much to get through. Oh, wait, did I close the wrong thing? I want to close the meeting. Okay. Uh, yeah, oh yeah, nearly all commands. If you type exit, it will exit the wizard. So here, so exit, and then it will abandon the wizard. So NFTs. Oh man, where do I begin with NFTs? That's another massive topic. Okay, uh, this is huge as well. So yeah, similar commands, but this is all StarNet stuff. But you see there's some custom ones like Mint. Um, what does that do? Oh yeah, Mint's Web4 releases NFT. So yeah, we had to go through the whole Web3, Web4, Web5. This is where NFTs spam out over all three layers. Um, so you've got the Web4 NFTs when they contain child Web3 NFTs. You know about that, right? But then the Web4 NFT can be wrapped in a Web5 NFT, so it can appear in StarNet. But when it's a Web5 NFT, you can do all this publish, install, download, version control. People can find it, and you can use it as Lego bricks and plug it into any app or whatever you want to plug it into. But a Web4 NFT is just data. And then you can also create a geo NFT from a Web4 NFT. Geo NFT can be used in our world or geolocation games or apps or whatever you want to put it in. And then you create, and then you can also create collections, NFT collections and geo NFT collections. That's all Web4 layer, and then you can wrap around it in Web5. So I think I explained most of this right. And then when you update, by default, everything in StarNet is Web5, yeah. But if you want to override and say Web4, you put Web4 on here. That's kind of rule of thumb. But these tags only work with NFTs currently. Maybe probably tokens and wallet in the future. But for now, yeah, if you do update, it'll just update Web5. But if you put Web4, it'll Web4. And the bit I'm adding now is Web3. So currently you can do update Web4, Web5, and soon you have Web3 as well. Which is Web3 because it's three levels. Does that make sense? Continue, delete, import, and show and search. So I think I explained it down here. But yeah, so you can import existing Web3 NFTs. That's what that does. So you can take either JSON metadata or the NFT token address, and it'll wrap it in a Web4 NFT and import it into the system. Yeah, makes sense. That's kind of a rough overview of commands. So I do an NFT list, right? They make more sense. Bear in mind, there could be loads of really bad words and things I might be swearing a bit. Hopefully not too much, but there's a lot on my test here. I've got to clean it up to see how much there is. The reason is chung. This is the bit I said it slows down and speeds up depending on what mood I'm in. Sometimes I can slow down. Oh, what the
Please.
Wow. This is I was trying to get it to work. Yeah, this is when I was getting stressed for the bugs. Please work. I'm losing my mind. trying to find the funny side. And I might swear that work, god damn it. I fixed it finally. So basically I just scroll up so you can make more sense of this mess.
So are we looking at NFTs that actually successfully minted there?
Yeah, still right. Oh shit, real data. Where was it? Oh yeah. So we start at the top. So NFT list. There's a lot. This is for Web5 NFTs. So Web5 is the higher level, like I said. And these Web4 NFTs. So you've got standard StarNet stuff. You recognize this, right? It's the same for all StarNet, has the same like attributes, yeah. And you can put tags in, you can have dependencies. Right now I've put dependencies. But then it will show you the Web4 NFT it wraps. So it wraps this NFT. Now we're getting into those CPI Web4 layer. And then you've got your metadata created. You can create tags. Got my custom tags. And that's the address I sent after I minted it. I sent it to this address. Then this image URL I use Solana. Meeting the Solana chain. Off chain is Mongo for now. That could be anything IPFS, Pinata, whatever. And then the Web4 NFT contains these child Web3 NFTs. And then there's the Web3 NFTs. And these are all hold-ons as well, by the way. Originally they weren't hold-ons. These were originally just embedded. This is the bit why it took me so long, bro. But these were just embedded inside the Web4 NFT. And then I redesigned it and made it so that even the Web3 NFTs are hold-ons as well. Everything's a hold-on. So now you can manage and interact with Web3 NFTs separately. That's why I said I've got to add Web3 in commands. I haven't done that bit yet. But right now, like the only way you interact with Web4 NFT, any way you interact with Web3 NFTs is via Web4. But I thought, fuck it, I open it up so you can interact directly with Web3s as well. Now they're hold on, so you can do whatever you want to do. So that makes sense. And then so this is a Web3 NFT, standard NFT. Oh, yeah, see, I made this Panata. So that's all working now. So that's on Panata. This is all live. And then
Mm.
that's the hash. That's the wallet address, the OASIS wallet address, that's the mint hash, the send hash, we'll send it to wallet after, that's token address. So you recognize it's all standard Web3. This is the bit, this is any part of the video the Web3 people go, oh, I understand something. I understand something. This is the only bit that's Web3. The rest is Web4 and 5, which is probably it's hard to follow. You'll get it in 10 years' time when you guys catch up. One day this video will make sense. But for now, just trust me. I'm not talking. Maybe. Who knows? Hopefully I do. Think I'm onto something. I will have wasted 10 years of my life. That makes sense. So that oh yeah, and this is the deltas. So basically, when you mint the Web4 NFT, you'll see in a minute. I'll show you the minting process. We'll go through that now. You'll see that that you can share the child Web entities can share the metadata. So they automatically, like children, they automatically inherit everything from the Web4 NFT. So you can share common like metadata or properties. And then, but when you mint each Web3 NFT, you can choose to override parent Web4 data. Make sense? But so here I override the name and description and the price. So that you see these three here and these three here. Like it said, it will only show deltas. It will only show the difference. So if they haven't changed, because by default it doesn't override it. By default, it will be the same as the parent one. But in this example, I overrode it. But it only shows the deltas. Do you see what I mean? To save space. There's no point listing out the same massive amounts of stuff that's in the parent. So it only shows
Mm-hmm.
if it's different to the parent. It makes sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's an important point to note. Yeah. And obviously, you always have this because this is always going to be different because this is unique to each NFT. That's just blockchain stuff. And of course, yeah, I agree. Everything in the Oasis has an ID, by the way. You know, everything has this GUI. I said the Oasis works. These are all hold on IDs. These are all hold on IDs. So everything will happen with these. So you can know what it is. So and that's another one, and another web for see some examples in here. So this one I wrote discount. Uh, this one I wrote the sell data. Oh yeah, and this is what I was messing around with. Here I wrote metadata as well. So you've got the parent metadata, and here I added another. Then on the parent, you haven't got that metadata. But on the children, I added new metadata. Yay, and non-metadata, binary. You can do string or binary. You can upload files with metadata as well. That's what that is. Makes sense? And,
Can we actually go through the actual minting process?
yeah. Well, yeah. I hope it still works. Yeah, that's the universe. Finally, please. Look, seven. That's saying yes, yes. Show it. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. I hope. And then I get my sanity back. So yeah, that makes sense. Rough structure of it all.
Yeah.
Okay, all right then. So here you can do NFT mint, and that'll kick off the NFT mint process for Web4 NFTs. But
Yeah.
for this, I'll show you NFT create. NFT create will create a Web5 NFT first. So there's different ways of doing it. You can create a Web4 NFT, and then later afterwards you can wrap Web4 NFT at any point you want, or you can kick off the Web5 wizard, and then it will say, do you have an existing one here? See? So if you have an existing one, it will let you find the existing one, and then you can wrap it, or you can create a new one on the fly. In this case, we're going to say no, so we create a new one on the fly. Make sense?
Yep.
And this is all the same. So you notice all of them will have the same way of working. You install is it ONFTs. So you get the format NFT install, NFT publish, say somewhere there. Yeah. And it goes with NFT DNA JSON. That's all Web5 stuff. But there, yeah, and explain. See that text? I explain what I just said. You mint Web4, you mint, or you convert an existing one from the 3, and then the Web5 can be published, download, install, la 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 la. And then Web5 Genity can be created from Web4 Genity, which in turn is created from Web4 Genity. And the page imitations within our world as part of Crest. Bring differences to Web5 entities from the start networks, which also various Web4 entities cannot. Yeah, so pretty much. Any questions? Make sense?
Yeah. No, all good.
You can play the video back and pause it and yeah, digest this because it's a lot to unpack. So we say no, and now this is now kicked off the Web4 wizards. See, it's a Web4 wizard inside the Web5 wizards. You know what I mean? Makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me say, what do you want to call it? Max's, I don't know, Max's NFT, something. Yeah.
Perfect.
And then what price do you want? Expensive? Is it enough?
That looks good.
I hope it doesn't crash. I don't want to test it. I don't know. Shit, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. They might blow the smart contract up.
What
I
is
don't
that?
know.
What is that currency in, by the way? What's the
I don't
default
know.
for
Magic coins. Price.
because we don't
I
even
don't
know
know.
what chain we're minting on yet, right? Or it's all of them.
Well, I'm gonna do Solana for this test. I'm gonna do Solana works. And then after this we start getting a bit more daring. See what breaks. So I've only been working on Solana for months, bro. I remember everything else is probably falling apart by now. So spent too many cobwebs on the rest, so I have to blow the cobwebs off and get the spiders out of the code. Yes, there was a spider in the code of thing. That's why you got that thing, bro. I haven't ran the OAPP generation for ages. So you saw the spider, right? Spider gave you that error. You want a discount on that? Give you a 7% discount. And what's the percent? You know the royalty percentage? Is it for sale? So yeah. When should we set it? Tomorrow? Oh, wait. We'll set a start date. This is new, by the way. I added this recently. So we'll start selling tomorrow. Everyone makes some money. We can sell it for this amount of money, right? I'm hoping. And when an end date, you can leave it for never ending, right? And it says Solana. So we put like, let's say, yeah, choose one of these.
Oh, nice.
Solana.
Oh, wow. So that is there. You've just actually shown our full list of providers.
Yeah, I think yeah, updated. But I have to filter this list because I should only show supported ones. Obviously,
Yeah.
some of them like that can't link to a local file, aliases and Mongo things. Yeah, I got new code for that now because remember what you're seeing is a Frankenstein of doing bits of code I've written over years, and I've got to go back and update things like that. Like now, the provider manager has ability to list only NFT chains, blockchains, token chains. Back when I wrote this code, it's only ability to list me all providers. But now you can fill all the provider lists by different criteria. Remember the categories, bro? You got like more than one category. So yeah, so I'm gonna go on a lot of tangents as we're talking, but this is the first video, so this is still on chain. So we say off chain, and then yeah, you can read that if you want quickly. Quick free to read. I mean, what do you say it out loud? But basically, how do you store it? Oh yeah, you can store it on OASIS, IPFS, or Pinata, or you can mint it yourself, like you did in Metabricks, external JSON URL. That's how you was doing it
Mm.
before. Remember the first version? But now I always use Pinata because it just works. I love Pinata; it's just quick and easy.
Hmm.
But we support IPFS and you can do an OASIS. This is all written, but I haven't tested this lately. So for this demo, I'm going to show Pinata, just for now.
Yep.
Infamous Pinata. Uh, And you generate your own metadata yourself. And for you, it just erases all my erases the auto replication feature of the hyperdrive. And if you choose Oasis, then the next question will ask you what provider do you want to choose. So then you could choose IPFS, um, and it will store an IPFS, but then it's the hyperdrive. Basically, it's just making clear that the student IPFS modes there's like pure IPFS, like say IPFS here, and it won't use a hyperdrive. It'll just be like an other pure just IPFS, nothing to do with Oasis or the hyperdrive. But if you choose Oasis and then IPFS, you get best both. You get IPFS with hyperdrive. That makes sense. That's basically what I'm banging on about there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So then we put it in and then show you choices. We say Banata. Oh,
Oh,
wait.
you said Pinter.
Pinta. Banata. I can never spell, bro. It's a problem. All my codes got like all my. You see, all these actually spell check. This is you and Johnny can help with. It's probably loads of spelling mistakes. What's the sex here? What always have
Spelling mistakes are good to be honest
option?
because it spelling
Uh,
mistakes mean it wasn't made by AI. That's always a good sign.
and all your base belong to us. Unlike old school. What provider do you want to store the off chain on? We just do Mongo Canal, I know it works. But you could just do like, and it will say, yeah, one of these. So that could be anything. And that will use the hyperdrive to replicate your metadata. And then do you wish to import the JSON metadata yourself or regenerate it? Regenerate it this time. And then, oh yeah, and if you try to go, I want to use Ethereum on Holochain, hopefully it still works. Let's just show you that, and then you've got users. So if you want, it should say, yeah, you can't use Ethereum with Solana. You've got to use SPR. See, there's a lot of validation in there. Makes sense.
Yep.
And then do you want to store? Do you want to upload a local image, or do you want to use from the internet? We go online, and then the URL, and we use Superman one again. I use this for everything. This. Do you want to upload a little image to the thumbnail? I'm going to say online again, which is the same one. And then, okay. And then we want some metadata. So let's just say, and tag my data. I'll use a tag, sorry, not metadata. I've got to still figure out how we're going to use tags. Tags, just so you know, tags is a new concept I introduced recently. And tags is mostly for it's originally going to be just for StarNet, but I've added to everything. It's just so you know, like when you categorize things, like when you do blog posts and so you can tag something, hashtags. It's just a way to search for things. You know what I mean? You can find things again. So you want to stick some tags
Yep.
on this. You go just say like max test or something. And then they want you to search for max tests and it will bring up this NFT. Get what I mean? That's what the idea of tags was. And then you can add and delete. Just do that for now. And the metadata is more like key value pairs. The standard metadata. This could be anything you want. What's the key? Mine key. And then you can do a file, or you can do the string. So we do a file and the my value, my key, my value. So key value pairs. Mm. It makes sense. And you can manage them. I mean, to mint. So we do three. I want to show you something. Uh, I think three. Yeah. Oh, sorry, you're falling asleep again.
No, I
Oh,
got it. I'm still here.
oh, well, we're nearly finished, but I know it's late again. So I hope tomorrow we'll try and do earlier. And then do you want to send it to yourself or not? We say no for now because yeah, I got to link my wallet to my avatar again. That's the linking wallet API. We showed that after the time, and
Yeah.
then you can normally just say yes, and it will just send it to you. And then here you can use someone's avatar, ID, username, or email if you know them. basically this is just avatar emails, you know. But we just for now old school, just a wallet address, so it actually works. It's to you. This is your wallet address. I still use it. And then advanced options, we can quickly show you this. But normally you say no to that because it's the defaults work fine. So basically, this is the bit that you like. You know, when you have problems with Solana, remember on testnet, kept timing out, erroring, and it
Yeah.
wasn't working in Metabricks, and I put this code in, it fixed it. Not a retry. So this is advanced. All of it, and there's so much of it. All the NFT, every blockchain operation has this code in it now. It took ages to put it in everywhere. Minting, sending, bridge, all the stuff has all this stuff in it, burning. So you can choose how many so if you want to wait till the NFT has been minted for continuing, you say yes. How many seconds do you want to wait? And I say maximum 60 seconds, but you can put it to what you want. So people can fine tune this. And this is all configurable for Postman as well. You know, you saw on Postman, right? The REST API. I haven't got time. I haven't updated Postman yet. So this, bear in mind, this is the old version of the API. I've got to update Postman as well. Maybe I could join into that as well. But I'll just briefly show what I mean. Come on, running the machine. Uh, oh, so slow it is my machine. And then NFT, and then I think this. I mean, it's a massive API. As you see, this is really out of date. There's loads. I won't go through all this now. But I think I should still have an example in here. It's sent to people after you minted it, ID, username, email. But that's what you saw. So to see the UI to this, basically, the people can build their own UIs to this. Like we already have. We built some really nice, sexy UIs. Oh, oh no, this is outdated. Yes. So this is really old. Okay, the point you're showing me is it has this weight, the weight things at the bottom here. Remember the silver ones? Don't think it. Oh, because I lost it. Yeah, but that skip this bit. This will be the next demo because that's this. I mean, it does exist. I just update the Postman. And then how many seconds do you want to wait? Retry every 1 second. We try again. Same with sending. Yeah, want to keep trying to send it. Wait for 60 seconds. We retry every 1 second. That's a default, as you saw. So I'm going to keep it on the defaults because that's optimal. And then this is the most important part. So this question, this is really important bit. This is the powerful part. So you're saying, do you want all the child web entities to share the parent? So if you say like yes, it will just mean 3 entities, all this on Solana, what you just saw. But we say no, and then we will say no. Okay, so the first one, do you want to? And they ask you every single one. Do you want to override the title? And we say yes, and we call it my rep 3 max NFT or something. And then description, you do the same thing, and so on and so forth. I mean, I'm not sure. I hope it doesn't crash because that number is so cool. Let's override it. Yes, it'll probably be fine. So we make 2 of them be smaller and we'll leave one of them on a big number and we see if the big one crashes. See, this is a cool thing. We can fix the earlier thing. So we put this to 7 this test. And that might be out of bounds for the sure because an integer, you see, and I'm not sure that's probably a big int now. Do you edit discount? Do I edit this or not? I don't know. And then release all this on default. And this is the important part you like, bro. This is where you can change the chain. So I don't know. We'll leave on Solana for now, but the next one we'll change one into Arbitrum. But for now, we'll just do Solana. But that's where we change it. Does it make sense? Oh, wait,
Yeah.
I did just change it. Oops, I meant to put no, I put yes. So, right. Okay. And then you can go through every single one. So I just say no. So it's the same parent. So you get the system, right? You get how it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
This,
So
this is what you enjoying a really, really nice NFT studio because I can see in my head a really with the parent and all the children. You can see the properties much nicer way. But this is for the CLI, it's hard to make it look good because it's just text, you know. But you
yeah,
get how it works. But I can see a nice. You can imagine a nice UI for this, right? The parent and then the children underneath it, and how you can map the properties if you show it where it's over moving, where it's not. You make it look really cool, much clearer, make it much more easy
yeah,
to understand.
yeah.
On
Um,
still like
and
I
I
can't do much
think
text.
and we can make edits to we can make edits and updates to the types of metadata that the NFT contains, right?
Uh, say again, sorry, I was out. So
In terms of the metadata that the NFT contains, like right now it's like, you know, you've got price, discount, royalty, like release date. Do you remember all the information that I was putting out with the real world asset NFTs? So it would be things like um you know like property contract, development status, you know, legal status, KYC, compliance, jurisdiction, you know, what legal codes the asset conforms to. There's much more. There's a huge amount of different kinds of metadata that I think that's where the value of something like this comes in, is to be able to make edits and updates to that metadata that we're putting on top. Because I mean, look, this is a kind of this is a niche, but it's a huge one in the sense that we want to have real world assets which can change when the physical asset has any kind of change or update in real life. So we've got to think about like how we can put all of that kind of logic in. I've had some thoughts, but my question is basically, can we change the metadata?
yeah, that's what this is. That's what this does. Because that's what I'm going to show you. Yeah, this is minting, but remember that's what remint does. Well, you got remint and
Yeah,
edit. Edit is you can you can go through and then you can edit the parent. We'll see in a minute. You can edit the parent Web4 NFT, then it automatically will cascade down and update all the child Web3 NFTs. Um, but you can choose which ones. You can say all the children are updated by the parent change, or just you can select which ones are going to inherit it. So it's
yeah,
quite flexible. And then remint is a similar thing. Remint is like you can take a Web4 NFT and then you can create new Web3 NFTs inside it. Basically, remint is like going through this process again we got here. So it's not one off thing. And like current systems, what you've been done, right? But on Web4, you can go back and edit or remake new ones, change them to accessible. And then delete as well. When you delete Web4 one, it will automatically delete all the child Web3 ones. And same with Web5. If you edit and delete Web5, it's a child like a tree, you know, they go through and cascade all down to children. This is why it's been so complex because Web3, Web4, and 5 are all different systems. They all have the same sync, and it's been so much work. In my head, it was such a simple concept, but oh, in reality, it took so much work. But it's worth it, I think. To answer the question, I think.
yeah.
So, right, so here we're going to edit the tags. So we've got the parent tags. So we're going to overwrite this, and we can say I want to add in my tag. Even this took me ages to get it working. And then metadata, we can add if you add metadata, yes, and we will add in my uh, my value something. So yeah, so you see what I mean? Like, so the first entity is it's going to extend the metadata of the Web4 one. And then do you want to change how many tokens with me? So we already told so basically we told the Web 4 level that it's going to be free NFTs. So it's going to be free Web 3 NFTs, but you have a chance to even override that. So for this one, this I call them variants. As you know, they call this for a Web 3 variant, and then you can create free copies. You can create how many copies you want of this variant. You see what I mean? So even though the Web
Mm,
4 level was at free, but on each Web 3 choice, you can create the variant, and then you can create how many copies of that variant you like as well. So it's very flexible.
mm.
So basically, the architecture and design is like all that combined: the Web 4, the Web 3, the Web 5, the collections. You can create anything in the world. This is as long to build it.
Interesting.
I get quite every possible thing you can think of. OASIS will support, basically. Does that make sense? So, but this is powerful now, but this is going to be much more powerful when you start building really cool UIs. That's why you and Johnny can get set loose on this now. You can start building really powerful UIs. So when yeah, you see what I mean? You can build so many powerful apps and minting studios and all sorts of kind of services and applications on top of this. Like, this is just like a tech demo of what's possible, the architecture. This is like an engine demo. Like I think of John Carmack would do. This is like my Doom engine. This is my Doom engine moment. So new way of thinking. You know, maybe we should change the number to this and say we'll say no, we'll stick with one for now. But you get what I mean. And then even even the you can even treat the options for every web free entity. So for now we say we inherit the parent one. But you see how flexible it is. It's going to default to the web four one. And then we
And
want
what
to
about
see.
yeah? What about the geo tag? So is that going to come up?
Yeah, that's during entities. Yeah, that's next. Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll show that next. So yeah, after this we do one
Okay.
of them. So here we say what merge. Even you can do merge strategy. So basically, it's saying every tag will exist on the parent, and it finds the same tag, and you set merge. Uh, it will keep the existing one and not override it, but which is default. Or but if it finds the same tag, it will replace it if you set the place. So we'll leave it on merge for now. That makes sense. So we say yeah, keep it on. Right. Yeah, so no. But for the metadata, it gets more interesting. It's free. Oh, there's free ways of doing it. There's you can say uh, the default, which is to merge to keep the existing value and do not override it. Um, so you got a key called my key on the parent, and then here I came in as if my key equals my new value. You can choose to like merge, which will keep the keep this in oh yeah, merge will mean everybody got my key. It'll keep the parent web four one. But if you do merge and overwrite, it'll override it. It'll overwrite the value of the new one, and if you replace, it will completely replace all the web four metadata. What you got web three. So it's very flexible. Again, I've claimed for every possible use case. Do you see what I mean? So just like the
Yeah.
merge strategy. But default is uh I merge, yeah, default's merge. And then you can even choose, you know, if we're going to send it to this avatar, this wallet address, I mean. But it's showing you all that you put in, the wallet, the wallet address, or if you set it to an avatar or the username or email would be here, like the blank. We chose this. See, again, you can choose. You see the options that are powerful of that. So you have like 100 ones, and you want to send like 75 to these users, 20 to this user, one to this user, one to this wallet, one to this avatar. You've got an option to do it in batch minting processes. So you can set up all this massive batch thing, and you can just leave it running. So right now, when you want to mint things, you've got to sit there manually going through like every MFT. I want to send this to this person. I want to send it to this person. I want to video in this chain. Oh, this one I've got to change the metadata. Oh, this one I've got to change the image. This one I've got to change this image. And it's a nightmare, right? So when you build your NFT Minty Studio on top of this, you can set up all these different rules and options and then just go. And it'll just churn away like minting while you sleep. Thousands of NFTs on options. It's quite powerful, right? You can batch mint. any possible
Well,
combination of either.
I think it's, the the value that I see in NFTs these days, is less about, I don't see NFTs as like art. I'm not interested in them from an art perspective anymore. I think it's much more about like industrial use cases. So like, property and logistics and government and in that case, that is where the magic of all of this comes through because you want it highly configurable and you want it to be triggered when certain real world events occur. Um, and I think that when you set that logic up so that, when let's say ship A reaches destination A, that's when an NFT gets like minted to prove that that's occurred. Then you've got decentralized logistics system, or when a property finalizes its development and suddenly it's open for people to actually live there, that's when the event gets triggered. Bang, you know, and to create that system that's already pre like configured and have it ready to go, like bang. To me, that's the killer use case. I mean, obviously there's NFTs, and of course there's gaming too. So you want to have these systems that are basically, operating with the real world um, triggers that are making all of these things happen. And I think that's where I want to go with it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we can go with. For now, I've got a very generic flexible engine, and
Yeah,
you can plug any kind of hook or event-driven system into it, like easily. Like
yeah,
that's next demo. Next demo, I'll update the postman thing, so you can see how you call this like the JSON body you send into it. Like, well, this is the very first. This is a very old version. Like this way, it's so basic. Here, but now you can see it does a lot more, a lot more options. And yeah, so you see the create the first variant here, and now it's saying, okay, do you want to create, do you want it all, and then more flexibility again. You can now say, and the rest of the entities which you wanted to mint, which is two more left we had, remember, you can now, do you want these to copy um the parent Web4 entity, or do you want it to copy this variant just created? So that's powerful as well, right? So you can go through
yeah,
and create all different variants, and at any point you can just say, actually, and now all the rest of the things I want them to be the same as this variant I just made, the last variant, or I want them all to be the same as the before one. Do you get what I mean?
yeah,
Makes sense. So do you want me to create one more variant, I guess, and then the rest will copy, yeah? If you want to,
yeah. Let's do it.
so we say no. Now we're on 2 3. See, and this one we just go. This one will be basically another like 300p or something. And then um, we change the pricing as well, just in case. And then that's it. I just want to override. I can't bother. Just go through it. And just hold down end button if you want. So and that. That's where two. And now we'll say yes. So the third one is copied the Web 2 one. That's it. And you've got that just copied the Web 2. God, I've got to get these bugs. I keep bitten. I don't know, bro. Life is space, the jungle, but there's too many bugs. I'm not sure I can stay here long. I can't deal with being flies buzzing around. That's the problem. I like nature, but nature comes with bugs, right? I wish I could have nature without the
Yeah,
bugs. That's better. You can't have one without the
yeah,
other. That's life, though, right? You've got to compromise and everything. So now that's turning around and that's minting the free NFTs. Makes sense?
yeah. Definitely.
Uh, God, now my foot's hurt. Right. So then hopefully this is going to help unlock.
Okay, so we've got just to recap then. So we've got one
Yeah, done.
Web 4 NFT. There we go. Bang.
Free
Okay,
NFT.
one Web
It's
4
pretty quick as
NFT, which
well.
is the parent.
Yeah,
And then we've
it's
got
three child.
three Web3 entities that are children from that. So
Yeah.
okay.
And then you see what we put in. So you've got the on-chain one, the off-chain transaction hash. And then also we put in, you recognize what it is. That's your user. They all standard kind of stuff, meeting account, MC address. See, that's the Bernardo address. Image URL we put in. And then we send it to this wallet, the hash, that. And then next one, ha 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 ha. And yeah, makes sense. Blah 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 blah. And then that's the end of the Web4 wizard flow, right? And now we can kick back into the Web5 wizard. Remember we started the Web5 wizard like 4 years
Yeah.
ago? now it's going, okay, you created the Web4 entity, but you're feeling pretty smug about yourself. Do you now want to wrap that into the Web5 entity? And we're gonna say, yeah, recommended, because then you can like put it into Crest, well, you can share, verse control,
Mhm.
publish, and now it goes back into the Web5 wizard. Cool, right? And then what
Yeah.
name you want to
Okay.
put it? My Maxis Web5 on the T and description. Blah, blah, blah. And then what type? This we can, I don't know what else to put in here, bro, but for now I just got some standard stuff. So we're saying music,
Good.
yeah, but this can be anything, right? I don't know, we're just saying music for now. And then we say the default path, which is the same sort of stuff as earlier. And there you go, done. So now you got a web, we just created a Web5 NFT, wrapping a Web4 NFT, wrapping three NFTs, Web3 NFTs. So that's the three layers. See? Generating it,
And
blah, 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 blah.
and then and then remind me again. So we create the Web5 NFT, which wraps the Web4 NFT. But
Yeah.
what's it actually doing?
What's he doing? Oh, don't ask me that, bro. I'll go 4 hours into the code.
No, but like
That's a bad question to ask me.
yeah, no,
How
but
detailed do you
so
want the
what
answer to be?
so but like give me a quick description of
I'm
what's
trying to
its
summarize.
purpose.
It's hard to summarize.
A Web5 NFT, what's its purpose?
I just said, bro. Oh, you probably half sleeping. Oh, fly again. It's distracting me. Remember the Web5 entity allows you to version control it and put it into our world geolocation. You can publish it to StarNet, version control.
Yeah.
Where to put it? Publish, download, install. Remember all
Okay.
it gives you all the
Okay, good.
capabilities
Yeah.
of StarNet. So then it's a
Okay,
Lego
great.
brick,
Yeah.
and then it can be a dependency. You know, you can plug it into anything. You know, OAPP, a runtime, a library, hold on the zones,
Okay,
social
well,
body space,
okay,
metaverse,
that's
entities,
yeah.
collections, GNT, chapters, mission quest,
Okay.
eventually item. You can gamify it basically. You can medify it, gamify it. Oh, I coined that new term, medify. Medify it. You heard it here first, folks.
Okay.
Probably not. Someone else must have come
Okay.
up with that name. Medify.
Yeah. Okay. So
And
that's that okay.
I'm
Yeah.
glad it worked, bro. No
Great.
errors. See, I'm surprised. Touch wood. And it worked without crashing so far. So that's good. Thank God. And then
Mm,
no, I build stable code. It's just bear in mind, folks at home, it's millions of lines of code, and it's been insane amount to try to build my own. That's why we're doing this demo, so we get some help, please. I say freaking help. That's not swearing too much. But let me show you some more. So then this will help you explain more. So then now you get the Web4 NFT, right? And Jim, I said you got, remember we had the metadata? Yeah. And then we overrode it. Remember we said we overrode it here? Look, see? Now on the Web3 layer, it's showing you the difference. See, my new key. Remember we put this in? My new tag. See? See that?
mm-hmm.
I know it looks stupid, but you know how long it took me to get that working? Freaking days.
Mm.
Don't ask me. It was a lot. It just I won't go through what I've been through to get this far. And
So
then I changed.
what we want to do for
Uh,
next time that we do when we do a demo, we want to get really specific, clear example like case study for this because I think then it will make a lot of sense.
yeah, that's why I'm giving it to you now. And you can take it away and digest this, and I'll send you the videos
Yeah.
now so you can stop. And I start trying to give you access to it. we try and get you running on the machine as well. If you stop live is what was I going to say? And then, oh yeah, so basically, and then we overrode remember we changed the name description and the price, remember? So it's showing you the deltas. That's what I'm trying to show you. But
Yeah.
here we didn't change it. Here, see, we didn't change the metadata in the second one, which is why it doesn't show this. You see? It only shows the thing we changed. Then changed the title and the price. And then this one, remember we said copy that one, and then copy that one. See what I mean? So you get how it works now, yeah? The system.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. And then do you want to open the folder? Yes, please. And then open the folder. And then here's your NFT. So you got Web 5 NFT. Oh, whoops. Hang on. Sorry, breakpoint from that. Yeah, it's not crashing yet. It's just debugging. Oh yeah, it did work. Okay. I should have three. Oh, okay. That used to work. You used to have 3 files in here. It used to show. Maybe it'll just refresh. Ah, son of a gun. Okay, this is Web 5 NFT in here, Web 4 NFT, and it used to show the Web 3 NFTs as well, the JSON metadata file. But I don't know. Next demo will show that working as well. Yeah, so something else to fix. This is good to be showing you, showing me what bits I've got to tighten up. But yeah, this is the Web 5 NFT. So you saw it, same thing. You recognize it. Look, 77. Look, bro, it's a good sign. Look, 7744. That makes sense. So Web 5 NFT, no dependencies plugged into it yet. The metadata has Web 4 NFT containing Web 3 NFTs. So here's Web 3 NFTs.
Yeah.
And here you can see
Yeah.
all the properties. They all inherit the metadata, the tags, the chain. And the next one, that's the second NFT. Got the parent Web 4 NFT in there. I just added that recently now. I can't believe I didn't have that before. And then the third NFT is it. See? Tags. And then back to the Web 4 NFT. It's here. Oh, but you can't see my finger. So, Web 4 NFT. And now Web 5 NFT. Get it? Because they're nested inside each other. You get what I mean? It's JSON, yeah? You can read JSON, right? The more brackets you have, it means it's a child or something. But you get it right. Well, you can read that, right? So on the left, on the root
What's that?
levels,
What am I looking
these,
at? Yes.
these tags, JSON, this is a parent.
Yeah.
See, and then that means this is a child, this is a grandchild. See,
Yes.
Web 3 is 3 levels down, Web 4 is 1 level down, and Web 5 is top level. See, so when you're reading this, you see that these lines, that's the level. You get what I mean, all right? So like here, I can say, oh yeah, because it's quite new. This is why Visual Studio is much better. This is why Visual Studio is better than Visual Studio Code, bro. But you can do so much more interactive. Yeah, there we go. That makes it more easy. There you go. Web 5 NFT, boom. And go, okay. And dependencies, none yet. And then what metadata have we got in here? Oh, we've got Web 4 NFT. Okay, cool. What's inside there? Oh, Web 3 NFTs. Oh, let me see them. See what I mean? Sorry, I've probably gone on a massive tangent now. You're like, yes, I
No,
know
no,
what Jason.
no, no.
I
It's
know,
great.
I know what Jason file is, David. Move along. So, okay. I think we're definitely more sleep. Um, oh yeah, so that's that. And now that's what's that. And we'll do NFT list. And now, yeah, it turns around because the reason it's a bit slower, but all the rest of Star is instant, but it's because it has to load. I had to be architect this at some point because it's loading the Web 5 entity and then loads its children, Web 4 entities, and it has to load the children of that, which is Web 3 entities. That's why it's like pausing, it's loading. See what I mean? So it has to load, I've got to fix that so it's a bit faster. But there's a lot of data in there. It's really a lot of hundreds of entities. So this is one we just made, the last one, my Max Web 5 entity. And you saw this, right? Yeah. So it's the same thing. Okay, and then we do
Yeah.
NFT. I don't know. Do you want to see remint or update? I don't know. Should we do remint first, quickly?
Let's do remint. Yeah.
And then do you know the GUID? And we say, oh no, I've forgotten. Oh, I should have said yes because it's going to go through the same list. Sorry. I should have deleted the test data before I'd done this. Actually, it would have been better. Next time, I'm gonna delete the database. Start again. It's quite crammed. And we go Max. It's got Max in it, so I'm pretty sure the search should find Max. Yeah, so it's found to Max. See, showing you the search works. See, yeah, yes, folks. Oasis has search capabilities too. You can search anything wrong. And then do you want to confirm this one? Yes, please. How many more do you want to make? One or two? Let's make two. Let's make one on Solana and we'll try Arbitrum. Let's just see. But bear in mind, this could
Okay.
crash. So. Or should we do? Okay, let's do Solana first so it doesn't crash. And then we'll do it again with Arbitrum, just in case they want to show you the rooming working, right? But I'm pretty sure it'll work. How many additional fees? So we say two more? Do you want to send them to yourself? And then we send it to the same wallet again. And then we say same options for, and then you say that this is a similar thing. All these new NFTs going to be so basically this is a quick way of saying, oh, I just want to bang out two more NFTs of the same Web4 NFT, and you say, yeah, make all the same as the parent. You could say, yeah. You see what I mean? So that's a really quick way of doing that. But we wanted to create our own custom one, right? Do you want to take custom one? Or do you want to share
Yep.
parent one? I don't know what you want. It's up to you. I don't mind what. I think both work.
Okay, so why don't we share the same parent metadata, but then maybe make an update to it?
Okay, that means I have to know. Yeah, then it goes to the same question. So we say they all share, but then if you say yeah, it can share all the properties, and they won't ask you again. It'll just mint them now. But if you say no,
Okay.
then it'll give the options of changing any property. This is what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
on the web UI, it'd be so much clearer. Because on this one, it has to ask you every field. Do you want to change the name?
Yeah.
Do you want to change the description? Do you want to change the price? But on your web interface, you'll just have like edit name, edit description. You can just jump straight to the
Yeah.
property you want to change. It'll default the box. It'll default the web4 data. You see what I mean? You go, I'm
Yeah.
going to mint this web4 entity with these children, and then you can say, is this okay? And if not, you can just edit exactly what you want on web3 ones. See what I mean? But on the text, I can't do that. So I have to show
Yeah.
everything. Wow. I got ideas to improve it, but I haven't got time. This is just a
Mm-hmm.
quick. Oh, I say quick, like 6 months. It's quick. It is quick for race standards. So we say all the things share the same parent. And as the end, you wish to create a few more things. Oh, pen. So then, and then what you want to change? Change the title again. My new latest free NFT formats or something. I don't know. You want to change something else? Is that okay? Oh, it did work. It didn't crash the big numbers. That's good.
That's
Because
good.
that's Farhar's code. That's Farhar's code. It goes into Farhar's contract, smart contract. I wasn't sure what limit he had on it. I think my code is fine, but I wasn't sure about the smart contract code. So we just leave the same defaults for us. Yeah, I'm saying yeah in a minute. Or do you want to change anything? Or
Uh,
no?
no, for now, all good.
Oh,
Tomorrow,
right.
tomorrow
Uh,
we'll do like a proper one.
okay, so go through and then that variant and this one I just copied that one then, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So let's break two more back. The basically it's the same process, but it lets you go back into the same one again. You see what I mean? So it lets you create new ones. Does it make sense?
Uh, so it's reminting. So is there any burning that's occurring, or is it's just updating the metadata?
Uh, no, it's just creating new ones. It's creating new web entities using the same parent record entity. I don't know if reminting is a good name. Maybe I could change it to the name. I don't know. Like, but it's minting. It's minting more. It's like you got mint. It's mint. The mint creates the first Web4 NFT. Remember, bear in mind, all this was created when it was just Web4, and then you're
Yeah.
reminting Web4. So it's not like not actually reminting the Web3 NFT. It's creating new Web3 NFTs. That makes sense.
So then, but then we do have an update option, and that's what I might refer to as remint.
An update will yeah, update will change the Web3 NFT. Yeah, then you can do NFT updates. So create two ones there, and then the NFT update. Ah, see, this is the what's in. We didn't put Web4. Look, so now it's gone into the Web5 mode. Do
Hmm.
you know the name? So we can change the Web5 NFT, and it will automatically change the Web4 and the Web3 NFTs underneath it. Oh shit, I haven't tested this. It might crash, but we could try it. Do you want to try it? Let's try it.
Yeah,
Or not.
definitely.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. Okay, we try it. It's not tested. I need tested because I got to update this code. Because originally this would have just Web5 and Web4, but now I've got Web3 as well. This won't update the Web3, so this will only update Web5 and 4. And I don't know what's going to happen. I'll see what happens. You know the Google name Web5 use update. Yeah, Max. Yeah, so the new one's coming in here. Ha 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 ha. It's only made. We'll go with that one. Let me see the name. David. And then we did everything the same. Oh, I told you it'll crash. See, I haven't tested this for a long time. So I'll show you the Web4 NFT instead. So NFT, what's it doing? Update. Oh yeah, Web4. This is the Web4 one. This is Web4 instead of do you know the name of it? I think something Max as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this one. And then this one, and then oh yeah, I've got a breakpoint. Let me just disable my breakpoints because there's probably loads. This was fixing the bugs, debugging the day. Okay, turn these off. Okay, and then we'll edit the title. Max's for NFT updating something. Blah blah blah. We'll just do the title for now. Yeah, and you can update the image anything you want, price, um, discount, price, whatever. All the same fields you can edit again. If you want to change the tags and right, adding tag, so on. Ah, yeah, this I gotta hide this stuff. This is showing you the internal workings, these two things, but these are the ones we created. But it creates a link because it's got two-way binding, so that Web4 knows what Web5 want, and the Web5 knows what Web4. This is so the Web4 knows who its parent Web5 is, ID. That because they're sending the metadata is used for like system stuff as well, but that's the problem. Like these meta this metadata, this metadata UI thing I built is generic, so it reads all the metadata, including the system
Hmm.
stuff. So I have to make it so it hides internal things and it doesn't let you edit it. Right now, you could delete this key and it'll break the link, and that's bad. You don't want to use it, like delete the system stuff
Yeah,
to
yeah.
start fucking things up. Um, so we won't
So,
test for this anymore. And then
bro,
let's close.
um,
Oh, let's finish this. And do you want to apply this edit to all the child ones? Yeah, this is the bit we want to see, bro. So we just changed the before one, and now it's saying, do you want to change all the children? Um, but bear in mind, this will override any variants you created. You understand what it means, right? So we
yes,
can roll these changes out, but those variants just created are going to be wiped out. It will now be the same as the parent if we say yes.
yeah.
But so it gives you a choice. If we say no, okay, do you want to change to some of them then? And I go, yeah, we'll change some of them then, yeah. And we go, yeah. Do you know the GUI of the one you want to change? No, I'm not sure. This is what I was fixing, bro. This took me ages. This is the new bit. This is Web3. Before
Now,
you couldn't search Web3s or look for Web3s. Now you can. So that's found five of your Web3 entities.
one question on this. Um, so let's say that you've sold an NFT to a customer, and it's one of these NFTs. Um, can you then like once it's held by someone else, can it still be overridden?
Uh, no, well, yeah, at the minute, it's only changing the Web3 metadata like on changing on the Oasis. It's only updating the metadata of the Oasis stores. It's not changing the actual JSON that the web the Web3 people point to a JSON URL. It's not editing that
Mm.
yet. That's the next bit of work. Yeah, and that is when we've got to that's why I want to talk to you about that because that creates all sorts of com complications because you don't want
Well, yeah, well, that's
like I don't know, it's legal and security, and that's why right now any changes to sort of stores on the races doesn't start messing with blockchain stuff. Because
yeah.
yeah,
Well, that's the
I'm not
whole
sure.
because there's the whole
I'm not
thing
sure you
about
want
like
to do that or not.
digital ownership. Like that's a really important part of it. It's like once you own it,
Mm,
you own it. But then I suppose that because I'm trying to think about it like this, right? So let's say again, think about property. Let's say you've got like a block of flats, and each one of the flats, there's people that own the NFT that shows that they own that flat. Let's say that you suddenly change owner of the flats, and you want to change, change some of the structure of the flats, and then you want to change the metadata. Um, like if you do that like without warning people, um, it just has some consequences, right? Um,
yeah, because it's supposed to be
so
immutable. You're not supposed to be able to change blockchain, and you can't.
yeah,
We can only change. I don't even know if it's possible to change it. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm guessing it is. I'm not sure. It depends. I got to do some research into it because I think there might be hashes and checksums and things. But I'm not sure. Like some security things built into chains
so
to
then so then
stop
maybe the
you.
question is about like if it's on the if the update's happening on the Oasis side, but the assets are already being held immutably by a third party, there may be there's an option where like it sends an email and says, hey, the latest version of the NFT that contains
Mm,
updated ownership rights and an increase in rent or decrease in rent is now available. Come in and
yeah.
like update your NFT, and it contains all that logic, and it's optional, but it's like, look, to have it updated with the latest, like we recommend that you update it, something like that.
Yeah, and then it'll do if it has to, it'll do a burn and remint. It'll burn it and it'll reissue a new one, new data.
Yeah,
Like, but
yeah.
this is what the Oasis wraps around. So you see from the UI, this perspective, and the web UI being much more slick, but it hides that complexity away from you kind of thing. So you can just remint and edit, and behind the scenes it can like do burns and remints and things under the hood, and then send out emails and whatever, have a whole
Yeah.
workflow.
Okay.
Sort of,
Okay. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Interesting. Because the idea of being like, okay, so well, look, your NFT's out of date because we've changed the legal logic of the actual flats, but you still own it, but it's just that you in the same way as software, like you need to update it in order for it to be fully compliant. That's on you, that's not on us.
yeah. So to show you the rest of this birds, don't lose track of where it was. Like, so when we're editing the web for so we changed we changed the title, yeah, and now it's showing me the web3 entities, and then we said use just some of the children. There's 5 entities, and we're gonna just update like maybe one or two of them, maybe just one of them, should we say, or two? I don't know. I said another. I see it's brought back two called another. So the search is working. This is, I know this looks boring, but it took me ages to get this working. This is I said the bugger fix. This was the last bugger fix for today. This is getting the web
Mm.
freeze. search. You can search on reprieves.
Yeah.
There's weird stuff happening. So we say, yeah, are these correct? Yes. Which one? Number one. Okay, so this one then. Please confirm. Yeah. Do you supply this edit to any other entities? We say, yeah. Do you know the grid? In the grid or name? What's the next one? Uh, another. Um, put Max. I don't know what come. Say yeah, Max. Mad Max. Let's say number three. Yeah, number three. Sure. And then if I said it's no, there. See, it worked. And now it says the entity, and it says, oh yeah, and underneath that, I've got to change it. It says the entity, and it's saving the two Web 3 entities as well, and then it's updating the Web 5 entity as well. Because then the Web, because you know it's complex because it's got to regenerate the DNA, bro. It's got to generate DNA in the database and here. Because remember, they're all embedded. Do you know all embedded inside? And not only they stored like in not only showing you what's changed. That's interesting. Not only is it stored like in the holonic graph in the database, but it's stored all the standard DNA is stored in JSON files on your hard drive in the folders. So it's got synchronized all these DNA files, all the Web 3, Web 4, Web 5, and see why it's so much work? It was a nightmare. to keep them all in sync. If you edit one, I've got to update all of them. So that's why most of the blockchain is complex, but it's immutable. You just mint once and then it's done. But when you start editing things, it gets complex. You got to keep things in sync and update those two things.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
So now we should have new title, I think. Oh, wait, did we change that?
Hey,
Oh yeah. It's
so bro,
inside there.
can we put a pause on it now, bro? Because
So I
it's
think
it's
yeah. This is the last bit. This
it's
is the last bit. Let me carry on tomorrow. Yeah.
great.
But it makes sense, right? So
Definitely.
yeah. See the updated. See this updated. See it. See it works. It's proven it did work. This is more
Perfect.
for my sake. I'm just checking my view working. And then if I go yeah no and then if we do NFT this for let's see it should have the new ones in here. I mean, the updated ones. And I should just, yeah, you can show just one sort of this in order. That's what I should do. Yeah, updated. See, updated, and then that one of them is updated. I think it's this one, right? One of these. One. Oh yeah, my latest. I think it's that one. Yeah.
Does it show does it show the updates?
One, two, three, four, four. I don't know. Still got bugs probably. Um, yeah, I think. Well, yeah, it shows you the Web 4 update here. And but what did I? And I changed. I can't remember what I changed. Oh yeah, I changed this one, right? Max. Oh, it should have that name. I have to check. Still, yeah, that's still not working properly. I have to fix this. It was working the other day. I thought it's just so complex, bro. I'm so bogged down with this now. I just want to go onto our world. I think that's what that's all going to get some back for some. I'm not going into details on that, but turn to our world. But it's not here anyway. This is like a handover to you and Johnny. I just want to hand Star over now. I've kind of done the Star for a while.
Yeah,
I
I
just
mean,
want to move
I
on now.
can't wait to get my hands on it. So
Another
is all of
dev,
these?
yeah, you and other people. I'm hoping you can find other devs now, right? Other devs can jump in now. I think we've got enough here to get other people interested, right? I hope.
Yeah, definitely.
It's weird. This is what I had the other day. I thought I fixed it's update in the DNA in JSON file. It's working. It's updated. Um, it's updated. Red 4 one here. Uh, title.
Right, bro. I gotta put pause on this now because it's 10 past
Oh yeah,
one. Um,
ten
so
past one. Oh shit,
yeah,
it's late. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
okay. We better sleep for. Yeah, oh, it's like it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock for me now. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, another
But
one. Oh, yeah,
this
I'll
has
look at
been
this
brilliant.
offline.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Congrats,
still got a
bro.
few
Well done.
quirks to work out, but it's just a lot here. And you still not even seen the you only scratching the surface, but there's still so much more. You've seen how big it is. It's vast, so much. Yeah, but we do next to do then no like, we do part three tomorrow. I knew I remember I said to you there's no way I can show you Star in one go. There's just so much to get
Of
through.
course,
So
a
much.
hundred
There's
percent,
so
a hundred
much.
percent.
So
No,
there's a
no,
lot there.
but this has been actually really good.
Ugh.
And I'm really looking forward to just actually using this as well.
Yeah, okay, that's cool, man. And then yes, we do part three tomorrow, and then soon, and we'll try and get it working on the machine as well. That's the next thing. So, cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's that. I mean, I really want to check that out. I guess I can't pull from master now because it's all
Oh, you
um
can soon. Yeah, don't pull at the minute. Let me fix it.
yeah,
I'll carry on fixing it. And then hope, yeah. The next couple of days, we do some more. We'll do some more demos for Christmas break, and I'll get
yeah,
master building, and then hopefully, yeah, you can try to get it working on the machine over Christmas if you get bored. But I'm having a week off.
yeah,
Just so you
brilliant.
know, from 25 to the second, I'm unavailable for work. I'm taking a week off. I just need to recharge. I'm only interested in games that one week. And this is
Yeah,
emergency. Emergency, any very small
fair.
emergency things I could handle, but nothing too intense. Yeah. I still very good questions actually. I'm not like that. I want to completely unplug, but if you got like if you want, you've got some this is my passion. This is my dream. So yeah, I don't mind you asking me questions, bro. If you haven't about Star, I'm not gonna say I'm not answering until the second. I'm not gonna be the anal. So yeah, we got stuff to answer, but I'm not gonna dive into code during the holiday. But I will answer anything you ask me. If you're
Well,
bored.
I'll be with my brother 25th, 26th, 27th. So I'll be around, but after that I'll be back on it.
Yeah, I'm I'm available on this. Well, yeah, I'll be available from the second for coding, but I'm available for questions and answers. Help for that.
Brilliant, bro. Well, look, let's stop recording and I'm gonna go to bed now. But it's been great. We'll just do another one tomorrow, and then maybe tomorrow I can start trying to build with it as well.
Yeah, right. I don't know how I said to like save it to the cloud, but I don't know how that works. Oh, still recording. Okay, oops, that's not recording now.